you then go to. He shot a video in like 2018. Then he dropped it, or 2019. Then you went to the same people who then what? Had somebody die in their family, who shot that video, but what? Were intentionally supposed to shoot different videos. Could have been scriptures, could have been real one, could have want the smoke. But then intentionally what? Wanted to film like that. But then you go missing with them. While he already said don't ever do that. So then you go with the same people who shot that video and the same people who lost one of their family members. While he didn't know that he had to go to a funeral. This is all 10 years early. While you take my money to them. So if they had a funeral and just got paid and you took my money to them, why would that be if I paid them? How would you take my money to the people who didn't film the songs I wanted, but then film little games just because I needed any song? Just because what the time spent, and then you take my money and time back to them 3 years to then act stupid again, but then cheat in real life without having my money. So then you take my money to a group of individuals that he was practicing on avoiding for 10 years, and then that's the people you massage and take my money to. You know how stupid that looks in history? For me to avoid people for like 10 years plus, but then have you go massage them because you need a job and then take my money to them, but they just have funerals that I didn't know about for their family, but then they got paid more off of that funeral, and then you take my money to them and waste my time for 3 years with also the other individuals that were never supposed to be linked up, just to the fact that they had a funeral, bro, for one of their family members, and every family member was there that then got paid more. But then you go to them and they film the song Little Games and they all cheated, but you don't take my money to me. But then the feds show up to my house and not to all of their houses that made money that way by going to a funeral, not paying me. And you already have my money and you went to them who don't get paid as much at work to help people, but you would go to them while you're not working and waste 3 years of my time after he tried to avoid people for 10 years. So you know how crazy that sound? For me to shoot music videos, not get any footage of the music videos I was shooting, right? But then when I say 10 years, that's how much work I did that is not connected to like hardly any of that. It could be like 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. But that's what it feel like. Cause it's probably like, I don't know, 2017, 2018. For me, if I put in that much work, that feel like it's 10 years, bro. He don't care if that's like whatever. If he never seen people since 2017, 2018, 2019, and I never get text from them hardly, that was actually professional to make me money, or I didn't see them in real life. Oh, what, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 36. Oh, that's like 8, 9 years. To me, that feels like 10 years. So then to not get video footage for 10 years, I don't know, 8, 7 to 10 years. So for me, it goes 7 to 8 years. So for me to not get video footage for 7 to 8 years, right? But then to have a girl go missing with my money and they should go to the people that he never seen 7 to 8 years. There's a reason, because that's avoiding kind of, right? He's saying like, bro, okay, if I'm not getting my video footage for 7 to 10 years, why on earth I'm about to go see those people, right? So then for them to end up behind my backyard, not doing business. So there's a reason, right? So he would have want to go back and be cool with everybody, right? But then have to go to a funeral within those 7 to 10 years before getting my video footage, and then have the girl go missing for 3 years, but then cheat. So to have somebody cheat and then end up with the same people that he didn't go to for 7 to 10 years, and then he gotta go to a funeral. But then that person, those people get paid more at a funeral than they do even delivering my footage to me. But then the girl go missing to them after they make more money than regular jobs off a funeral, and they don't any of the other 3 videos that would have been more in my favor. I don't get any of that footage. I don't even get a laptop, bro. But then they all spend what, 20,000 together in markets, and they all lose it. So I'm investing, right? And then one person give them all 100 grand split, 200 grand split, bro. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20. There's 10 people, bro. So 10 people all get 20 grand plus. I don't get a thing, bro. This is me just minding my own business. So 10 people get 20 to 60 grand plus, right? This person just walking around. They all get housing, but they don't deliver my video footage, bro, that I would have wanted. But then the girl go missing with them, and they own me video footage that they would have actually owe me money too if everybody else is getting paid, but I'm not, right? And I'm the artist with the held back video footage while he's not even a part of them. So then for the girl then to go missing 7 to 8 years later, after he gotta go to a funeral too, and then she's with them cheating, and they're the one that produce little games, but then tell her that she can cheat due to the fact that they're saying that he was cheating, but all I did was stay in the house for 7 to 8 years. You know how stupid that sound to not get paid after I do all that work that feel like 10 years of work, and then you end up with all of them. Only problem is he's not getting any of his capital back, while her resources that he was using the capital for is in his closet, some of them. It's like what, $30 of one of the accounts. But then she go to them that make all the money off a funeral later. That's the only way they're behind my house. Only thing is, when he went to the funeral, he paid them respect, loyalty, and respect, and paid them. And that's from over 10 years ago. He never see people. So he wouldn't know why he would be going to a funeral. He wouldn't know why she would go missing with the same people that produced little games 7 to 10 years ago. But then none of them paying the actual artist, the music producer, the one that blew up across the globe, the one that's putting in the work. So they all do that, make money together, right? Behind my back. But they all already owe me money. He never seen them from 7 to 10 years. So then how on earth would she go missing with them who owe me cash and have my video footage as well, and then to then go to the rest of them that have real life video footage, but then already had the video footage, had cameras, had even laptops, but then I waste my time and go there and nothing happened for 7 to 9 years in reality, 7 to 8 years. And then nothing happens in real time, but they're behind my house. So he would have shook all their hands and be cool with them, right? But then all of them combined start cheating with each other and shot that video while he don't want to put money in all of their hands anytime in life, even in school days when we're little. So then they're shooting video footage from before I even know it. It's trying to capture me around the school. Only thing is not balling professionally, right? Not when I'm actually balling on the court to head to the league or to college league to play in high school. They're trying to record him while he's on off, bro. Not trying to record any of the music videos, the 50 plus songs I just did, right? Where he said even when he didn't do 50 plus, he wanted 600 music videos. Bro, you know how stupid that sounds to not get his video footage while they already combined total have more money than me? Is 10 plus people. And then what? They make more money off of one funeral and then the family is celebrating and he don't know why they're having a funeral. And then she goes to them now acting like that's her family overnight. But with my money, and she goes to act like she know the person that just had the funeral and she's younger than me. So then for 7 to 10 years, he's avoiding because nothing productive happened, right? But then how she go to them now saying that she's productive. So then she goes to those people that didn't give me the footage while she also didn't give me the footage. And then they went behind my back and act like I did something to them when I just been working for the last 10 years. He was already working 10 years earlier, just hustling nonstop, even on the news. For then 10 years later, them not to do any work, for then 10 years later to me avoid it, right? While he's only loyal to the girl taking flights. But then she goes to all of them who was all unloyal, all cheating for her to cheat. So while he's in real time trying to shoot the video, trying to get all his footage, they're all cheating, going to massage therapists, cheating on their wives, cheating on their husbands, right? And having people die and make money off of that, right? While I'm over here avoiding them, and then she become a massage therapist like them to then massage those same people instead of them giving my music videos back, right? Instead of she's behind my house, them massaging all of them that shot the Little Games music video while they say I cheat on her. You know how stupid that sound in real life for that to take my money to them? So he's loyal to her, right? Then they're getting massages. But then she turns into a massage therapist to get paid by them, but I paid her. And they all have my footage, my photos, and they didn't put the music video together while I was editing it 8 years ago in real time, bro. I said, give me all the footage. I'm editing it in real time. They're like, no, we shouldn't do that. You know how stupid that sound for them to produce a Little Games music video, for them while they're doing that song, cheat on their wives, getting massages, doing this or that, and then she gets paid by them while he wasn't doing that. He's flying enough to just be getting R&B girls left and right, bro, to show love because he been outside. But then for her to then turn into a massage therapist with the people who produce Little Games while he's waiting for his money from her while she's massaging them behind his house. And that's people from his grade while she's 6 years younger. And he's got his stuff of hers in his closet. And then she blocked her phone numbers and all of that. And email to go missing. while the feds show up at my house, but he the one waiting for his money, his video footage, and the photos. That's the stupidest thing in history to ever do backwards from somebody that has more money while she's cheating and she don't deliver my money. And then she become a massage therapist to them while they produce little games and was cheating on their husband and wives. To ever then say that to me while he was buying her all the studio equipment for her to then not produce a record, bro, or to bring back the laptop, the cell phones, or even the cash. But then to turn into a massage therapist to those people and then go missing while they produced that video, but then didn't give me my cash or any of the clips or anything. To then have other people act stupid too, that's my neighbors, to try to use video or this or that. For them to ever have any of those people, right, come back, or any of her exes try to walk around behind my back or anything, bro. For her to even sleep with anybody. So this is people producing that video, but then not allowing me to do that, but then giving her money to then go live and massage them because they have more money, but then tell her that I was cheating while I was just on an airplane with her, but then I gave her money. So she could not do anything stupid ever like that. But then she's taking their word as bond, throwing a W up for them instead of in the winners club, bro. Like how that even makes sense while he's over here loyal to her, right? Massaging her 10 years ago, being an R&B dude. Then for her to then go massage the people that produce little games with more capital than me and then turn into that instead, but then not be with her man to go missing and not pay him while she owe him money. While he wasn't doing that in the Little Games music video, getting massages or cheating on her. That's what they then tell her, and then she go missing later. You know how stupid that is? For then her to be listening to her mom and dad instead of him. It's the dumbest thing in reverse to do to somebody who's minding his own business, trying to do the biggest records, bro, and grow his hair out and avoid all of that. Bro, this is a story of stupidity with all of those people, and they owe me cash. I have Cash App. I have a front door. I have her stuff in my actual closet, right? Her clothes and all her soap that she used that's different because I'm humble, bro. I'm just chill. But even though I'm humble and chill, I know that R&B girls, they use different lotions and all of that. He knows that. But he's over here just all organic, bro. But then he gotta waste all his time and money for the last 3 years. And she's then behind my house acting like I cheated on her. It's the stupidest thing while she cheat on other people. To act like that's loyalty and respect, even to anybody who she was holding their hair but not braiding mine. So I can be back in the game, even if the braids isn't clean. It sounds stupid, bro. For them to try to create a network, but then not even bring back any of the money to increase my network, bro. But they all holding on to footage, bro. It's all people I produce. Or they would, what else you doing with my clips, bro? That's why the whole industry always get crazy and chaotic. Imagine he pay respect to a family, right? Shake everybody's hand. And then that's what he gotta know that the older brother would have had to be dealing with, bro. A family that all do that and then take the younger girl, act like that's their family while she would be cheating behind his back. Only thing is he's not getting his money. right now. And that would have turned to millions, bro. But only thing is they all waste time, money, and text each other instead, all off of a loss to try to act cool instead. It don't even make sense, bro, for me to produce, and that's what happens. The person would have been directly where they was, at their grandma's house or where they was living, to then ever go in reverse to lose more money and then act stupid to the person who been loyal, bro, the whole time, who wrote real one. Like, I don't know where they come up with Netflix stupidity off of real life people, right? Who's literally online 24/7 logged in. He don't want to act like that's a movie and a storyline because y'all is all stupid. He rather be chilling with what? All his R&B girls, bro. Doing it big time. Celebrating, city popping, right? He rather be outside doing it big time. Dripping, bro. But then that person lose my capital back to back and go get affiliated with people who gave them 20 plus thousand, and he been outside balling on his own, bro. And then all the people that made 20 plus thousand try to go around him and act like he has something to do with them, but they're not funding me. That's a free bag from somebody else, while artists is in real time trying to survive, while then they use video and audio, bro, off of somebody who take care of his mom's house, bro, because they will all put what, house money up debt to then act like they have something more. So they will all put up house money in debt while he's over here balling in the apartment league, and then they're all negative, then acting like they have something to do with him. But then they're only causing torturous interference, and then she trying to act like if she don't sleep with him, that's practicing something, when all she did was cheat. Bro, anytime somebody cheat, then they act like they're not supposed to sleep with their day one, when they was just with their day one saying, oh, I'm trying to sleep with you, and getting money from their day one. It's the stupidest thing in history, bro. But that's why new music is out now. So if you see all of those people, right, in the community, if you click the link below, bro, go find them to bring back all my cash, and then create a, what? I don't know, create some kind of lawsuit where bring back all my money back just by them having a greater network and throwing around money for no reason, bro. This against one person just hustling in the city, bro. I went to the news, I did the song Hustler, and then they act stupid like that. Especially people he was once cool with at school, bro. So then imagine he go college, he do all this afterwards, and he ball, right? And then she acts stupid. So imagine he met her right after college, right? After hustling through college his whole life, paying for everything. And then he pay her, and then they act stupid. All with my video footage and video clips. Bro, this doesn't change him. This is just the amount of strictness and discipline he will have to use to describe that. Because it don't even make sense. Even though the market is dry, even though that's them over leveraging all their cash, bro, they will show up at his front door to over leverage. Not the feds without the girl, right? Or without his cash. If she was trying to sleep with him his whole life, right? And she took cash from him, she wouldn't then be cheating behind his back, not paying him if he was with her for 10 years. Actually, what? Buying her studio equipment, doing this or that. And he wouldn't have to say that in reverse, just because then she would group up with everybody for him to have to say that. While they all lost 20, so they all got 20 free bands, and then they got 20 free bands to lose. So that's already 50 plus each person, right? Over somebody else that's one person. And then they all over leverage it to get houses while he's in an apartment. And they always only went to his mama's house because he was the one doing it. He was the one city popping. So how then she go behind his house 20 feet away only and then act like she cannot go walk to his front door? That's the stupidest story later on that if anybody tried to talk about or act like this or that besides them just cheating and not having my money to ever say anything ever. That's why he would sound like that on certain clips like this. That could then be cut up. But they would want to try to change somebody's personality while he's balling in real time to then have to act like that towards people he knows. That's him not acting like that towards people he knows. That's him avoiding all that and just what? Texting and using communication. Because if somebody ever has somebody deported in real life, right? Not when everybody can then do business and then actually cross and fly overseas. This is somebody who will have to go through that in real life, but then them act like they cannot send text or then act like they cannot send money. And that's all people with families of immigrants that never got deported, bro. That don't have to but could then act that stupid if forward and reverse off of insurance claims, off of stupidity, and off of not real work, but wasting my time and money off of somebody what? Bro, even if you have a baby in America, you don't get 5 years to waste. You don't get 5 free years to waste, bro, in America. You gotta hustle still. That's how the population grow and how people used to be farmers and farming in real life. You don't get 5 years of just dilly dallying, bro. People is going back to work, and that's not a guy saying that to R&B girls to not give them time. That's him not having kids, knowing that everybody else is older than me that have kids back to back, bro, and go to work and school. When I was in school, these kids was having babies at 16, going to another class, getting free time. While he was in special classes, bro, gifted intelligent classes, they all having babies at 17, walking to the other class, and then still in school with the baby, and then going to work early. While he's over here spending money to build and she owe him money going back to those people in high school while she was supposed to be loyal to him. Now she wasting 5 years of her time saying like, bro, is he cheating? Bro, he been tuned in online like Gary V. This is why a lot of people act stupid, bro, in real life. She's supposed to bring the rubber band stack just straight back. But then she with her family acting stupid, acting like these new people. It's not even new people. It's the people who film little games, who make money off of insurance and then put it into houses. And now she act like she get cheaper housing. But she not bringing the money to him who originally funded her. And now they're acting like their family after my mom give her the ancestry test just because that's a test. He would have been family with her. I would have been family with the R&B girls because I was funding them and I could have kids with them, bro. And now they're acting stupid like they in help and that I did something to them while he was the one who funded all them, bro. And now they try to torture us, interfere, and act like this or that with different record labels while he over here investing in everything. But then taking care of his mom, but then they don't fund him back. And then they try to repurpose the footage against him, bro. But they didn't even deliver the regular photos or the pictures or the regular video footage. But then they only deliver the song Little Games. And then they don't try to pay money, but play little games for the last 7 years, even with the girl that he was loyal to. And she looks stupid now in history. You know how wild that is that I gotta break it down like that just because the person didn't bring back $1 to my front door? She wouldn't bring back $1 to my front door, but is behind my house acting like she cannot walk to the same door now. That's the most stupidity in history. To then go link up with the people who shot Little Games for her to have her mindset looking even more stupid than when she was cheating on her own already. That's why he wrote the song Mirror and told her, bro, look in the mirror before you ever talk to me stupid. That's why girls supposed to sleep with their day one before they ever act stupid with somebody else, before they actually don't return any money or flip the bag and double it. That's why in hip hop you hear everybody saying that their day one, bro, gotta flip the bag and double it and pass it back, especially if they cheat not in chronological order. If they cheat before they bring even $1 back, and that was their day one, bro, they owe them thousands, especially if they was at their mama's house, bro, and they was the one not cheating on them. For them to ever have a twisted psychology later on. And then each single person goes to one of those people instead, but then it's only what? The two millionaires that can see everything from afar, having fun using drones, using different camera tech, and then just investing into it left and right because millions is nothing to somebody who's like all money in, bro. So if all money in, right, and your money is all in, trying to compound back to back and run a legacy, once the other millionaires fund the house and have the other person acting like other people can do more than them now, right? And change their mindset about how money work. So when you all money in a league and you ball it, and then the insurance agents come out that put money in things different, and now you acting like you cannot walk to your day one's house, bro, you literally twisted and you owe him thousands. And every day that goes where you don't just bring back $1 in good faith, your whole family looks stupid, especially if they worked in a bank or in any type of military or army. And this is the one in good faith for all of his R&B girls. He trying to see them in lingerie and bikinis producing with drum machines, taking it to the next league. But then he would buy one of them, all that, teach them all that, and then she would go start living with the people who shot the game Little Games, and they would be lying to her. And now her psychology looks stupid. Yo, deportation is so real that you should have your phone on you at all time, and you should never block your day one's number that you already owe them thousands of dollars, who's like one of the biggest in the city. So that if he was producing for you, this is why you pay your producers, bro. Especially if you knew them in real life. Like everybody can work with all the internet producers, but then once you knew them in real life and you was at their mama's house, so that That's like them holding it down, bro. So they gotta retire their mom. Only thing they put up points in the whole city. That's a baller doing all that. Once you go back to the people who film a song that's like that, and you're the one who blocked your number off of somebody who knew people that got deported already, he think your generation is stupid just because you're younger and didn't go through that. Bro, this been happening for the last 200 years when people was just capturing people and bringing them places, bro. That's not what we should be doing. But you know how stupid that sound to be doing it in the modern technological day when we have iPhones and Apple Watches. So if I was using my Apple Watch to talk to you and then you block your number and you're an R&B girl and I was talking to you, it looks stupid, bro. Because that behavior only happens and the things that happen only once you show that behavior. So it's a whole generation that's starting to block, that's trying to act like, no, I didn't block you, I didn't do this, even though it was them or their sisters or whoever run and take their phone, but then they're acting like they're friends with their family. But then you wasn't acting like that when you was at my house to even get funded, but then not fund me. So then you run with your sisters and your family and your little sister, they're grabbing your phone, blocking numbers, doing this and that, but then you're acting like it's your family and then you're cheating based off of that. That behavior is then what again puts people under the radar, bro. It's like if America was good and that's not what's happening, only once people start using devices, start blocking and not going back to their day one with new phones and new computers or the money, that's when stupidity in real life happens. And then they want to act like then they're filming little games in real life. But it's their stupid behavior that then caused that. That's intentional, what, co-conspired behavior that then causes that. To then have things happen in real life. So if you had an attitude problem, right, and he called that like, bro, that's you playing little games. You're literally in America and in the studio. How you having an attitude problem in the studio, bro? Or even at the person's mom's house, if they're letting you use a computer, or if we watching. So this is us not without television, bro. So this is us with having television to then log into Apple, right? In America. So that if we can watch television and log into Apple and watch what they're doing in America, how is you then blocking your numbers, acting like you live in a third world country and that you cannot go walk to your day one's house after you already learned technology? So this is even if it's a younger R&B girl, right? If a younger R&B girl is already with your boy, right, at a young age, say she's, say she's 19. She's 19 in America. Then we watch Apple. We get Apple phones. You don't then act like you're not in America later when you're still in America. Because that's called a blessing and a miracle. You don't then act like you don't use phones and computers and you cannot reach out and then act like, no, but somebody is cheating behind my back. I can tell without using a phone, without using a computer, or without even going to his house. That means you just literally stupid, probably got paid by somebody else, and that you probably have mental disorders because you probably were already cheating. That's somebody who doesn't have to talk about that subject, but he know that there's that much people on that lower frequency that sometimes he gotta jump in, tune in, and he gotta go talk to the chatty patties that owe him money. That's not him being funny. That's him knowing that at younger ages, you guys is that stupid to get paid by videographers that would have shot a video like that and then would have liked to record the other side if you wasn't just walking back to his house. So then what? Every person that then was in the studio that didn't then just walk back to his house, the person who shot the video little games with a bigger budget would be waiting to see what happens from afar. So they would rig up the whole entire community too. Is whoever's millionaire from afar. And then if none of those original people are just walking back, they're playing games with them, even if they only gave them cash. You know how stupid that sounds for somebody to not actually know that in real life? Why you would have to shake hands and pay loyalty and respect to the original person? Because then they're doing that around everybody else who don't check in. And that's called stupidity. Especially on the people that would have been his day ones. So everybody else he meet is all good, bro. They all good. Only thing is, then everybody else who check in, they owe him multi-millions and the other person can probably eat too. If he's on zero and they go figure that out. Especially if they go find a girl and she don't come back. Or if something happens to her. So if all my R&B girls go find her first and the video footage, they probably can make more money for me and them if they go bring her back because she's acting stupid only 20 feet in his neighborhood. Or then using audio and then traveling around acting like she could do this. Just by getting paid by the original people who shot that. So if he was already writing that because it was based off your own emotions, because he already knew a girl cheated before she got to him, right? Because why would you be the one cheating before you get to Josh Forde? Especially if you knew him at 19. Bro, if you knew him at 19 and then you start cheating 10 years later and you know him at 29, but you never bring his money back, and you with the same people who produced the little games video, instead of funding him, he think you guys is stupid, bro. If he went number one on a lot of different playlists and now the algorithm isn't calculating that. That's why he gotta sometimes stop the ball and he gotta show you professionalism. Even if he doesn't have a shirt on, he gotta say stuff like that. Because insurance agents, they bet the other way. Especially if you not checking in and that's the day one. So then all insurance agents about to go get arrested and about to have to fund me. So if you're not just paying him to do it big, to continue to be in concerts, right? To continue to be in concerts, scale to millions selling product, and that's what your behavior is doing instead with your mama guys, you guys not ready for the league, bro. You're not ready for the Winners Club to do it big time. To even start thinking about different money that's not a 9 to 5 budget, bro. You guys is still thinking on some past generation, and I don't know what you're doing if you're not investing in him. Then all of them went bankrupt, bro, and then they over leverage and act brand new off of bankrupt, off of having debts cleared off of bankrupt, instead of just paying their bills and holding it down for their parents. They rather go away from their parents, let liabilities happen, instead of check back in where they watched Apple and was tuned in live and direct. That means each of those artists, including each of those people that was at his school that he know, including even people later on that's investors, that change their behavior, bro, that's even different record labels, bro. Even different record labels and different jobs that change their behavior later. That means it's not professional. That means something happened in your programming that then changed your thought process, even to people looking for more opportunities that were minding their own business, like their literal business, and still trying to work with different businesses. Instead of just funding that to make millions, they would have do some off type activity to try to make him lose his millions. That's stupid if he already know that happened with torturous interference if you just not paying somebody. Especially if he flew to you and or had you in his house. And every time he went in your house, he like, bro, what is we doing here? What we about to do? How we about to make the city pop? Like what we about to use in your house? You don't even have something. So this is somebody who he understand everybody need affordable housing, right? But then you wouldn't be able to then shift at all different times against a person who's literally trying to pay his rent 24/7. So then people in houses, they try to go against somebody who's paying his rent, bro. You know how stupid that is to then act like Snowfall movie in real life to somebody who's not the movies? All that is racism and inequality again. And that's people that's stupid that's supposed to already have paid him thousands, if not millions, bro. So once you don't pay the person thousands, sometimes that's meaning that you gotta pay them millions. But he know that you gotta just show up with $1, bro. That's your behavior.